And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw. Lock. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On first down, Lock. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
We got 46. Gun. 46.
Prescott on first down. Escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go, 47, 26.
On second down, here's Barkley. And some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 2 carries for him now in the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Prescott now. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Barkevious Mingo in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, line 26.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Off of play action. Luck. Looking downfield for Joe. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st and 10, Locke completes it to Moncrief left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. Those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
A shotgun snap for Long. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vernon Butler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The toss out to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Play action now. Prescott. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Here you go. 26.
Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Saquon Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Hey, 47. 26.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
You go 46. 46. Here you go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out. 46.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Prescott off play action. Ertz has it left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And the Colts getting ready to go. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the gun, here's Luck. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Luck. Escaping the pressure right. Caught left side by Funchess. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Luck. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Luck into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On second down, Collins. Room past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Underneath for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll fake it. Now Love. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Luck now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Be right. Hey, easy.
Luck on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Just beating the play clock is Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Now a first down throw. Luck flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
12. 11.
Throwing again is Luck. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Here's Luck. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Final play of the half. Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Kill. Get out. 26.
They go again with Collins. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. On 4th down, it's Collins. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Locke, and that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. Handoff to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They give it off here to the tight end, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Devontae Downs who made the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's able to find Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here you go. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun. 26.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Prescott yet again. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They pitch it out to Collins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the Colts coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's locked. Ebron caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. On 1st down, Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
11Z.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he gets it to Funchess complete. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And now running right through it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
It's coming now. Woo.
He's going to get it running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Luck on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You're right. Gun.
Again, Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Prescott. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, Prescott here to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Prescott now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Prescott off play action. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll come out in the pistol. Prescott now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Charles, we saw a lot of points go.